Hello everyone, welcome back to Sweetobox. Today we'll be looking at this Muff Toys 112 Collective Loki. Although this is an uprising new brand, but their proficiency in toy design and aesthetic sense shown in photo taken has impressed me beyond words could spoken. And now, without further ado, let's take a closer look at it. This is everything that comes along with the box, along with all these accessories and exchangeable hands. All the accessories have great details and all the hands are newly molded, and the whole body is clad with nicely tailored suit. Let's start with it. The first thing that impressed me most is the head sculpt. I've seen quite a lot of nicely made third-party head sculpt, but unlike this one, this is probably one of the best head sculpt that I've got on a 6 scale inch figure. But I'm not saying it's flawless. As you can see, there's a quite obvious color difference between the head and the neck, and also the hand is painted of a different color. However, you could alleviate the problem by using a warm light source or just simply put it under natural light. And if you've seen my previous video, you will know I'm a quite hypercritical person when it comes to suits, and Muff Toys had noticed the slightest detail. For example, the sleeves. The sleeve length of a nicely tailored jacket should be somewhere between the lower hem and the last joint of your thumb. The lining inside made sure it won't look like a sweater and also includes the posing wire. The shirt looks amazing with the button down color with none of the wires stitching out, and the tie has a half Windsor knot with excellent printed details. And they're really trying to push the boundaries. You could clearly see the TVA sign on the belt, and they even have this little Gucci sign at the sole of their shoes. And you could even see the anti-slip curves on it clearly. And they've also done the edge closing at the leg opening with a margin that was folded inward. So you get to know how excited I was when I got to see these details. There's a printed TVA sign on the front, and in the back is the word variant. But I will have to say that the color varies on a different source of light, and now as you can see, when put under the cold light source, it has a greenish overall feeling. And of course, the overcoat is detachable. You could take it off easily after you remove the hands. But do be careful not to scratch the liner, for its thin material chosen could be easily damaged. And after you take off the overcoat, you could see the beautiful shirt with the sleeves rolled up. And here is why I think they've done this toy with excellent proficiency. As you can see, the material chosen for this shirt is really suitable and with absolutely zero thread residue. This is just a perfect example of rolling sleeves when wearing a shirt. And they do have a pair of lower sleeves so that you could see the cuff after wearing the coat. And you could see the metal button decorated inside of it along with the chemical fiber liner. The reason that I don't usually show you guys the liner of an overcoat is because normally they're poorly done and with wires stitching out, but now this one, as you can see, there's literally no thread residue. And now let's move on to see the accessories and exchangeable hands. Just like what I said minutes ago, this time all the accessories and exchangeable hands are newly molded. Except for the relaxing hand, there are 5 pair of hands for you to switch on. And let's put them back on the body to see how they does. And the first pair is the palm hands for holding the fire special effects. You get 4 balls of fire with 2 bigger ones and 2 smaller ones of jade and emerald colored. You could easily put them on the hands for posing. And now you got a god of mysteries with a flamboyant outlook. And now the flame will be held firmly on his hand with a crystal-like transparency under the light. And of course, you could switch on the larger flaming effects at your will. Double the size, double the fun. And next, you get this beautiful pair of sword-holding hands. I like the way they've done with the hands so it shows an overall great dynamic posture, and this way, it won't look stiffness when holding a blade or sword. and you got to choose whether to put on the flaming effect sword or just to use the regular sword. But as you can see, they're both of highly qualified details. And I really love the metallic painting they chose to use. It gives the sword an overall epic weapon feeling. The pommel at the end of the sword balances its weight quite well. And this is how it looks like with the sword holding in his hands. But you will have to pay attention that the blade holding hands is slightly smaller than the sword holding hands, so make sure not to mix up with it. And thanks to the chosen of Not a Toy's body, it has great articulation, so you will have no problem with the holding sword posture. And next, you get this flaming sword when Loki tries to get attention from the monster Goliath by shooting flames out of his sword. And of course, you could attach the sword to each of the hands as your will. It will look amazing even with a simple standing posture. And next, you get this dagger holding hands. And in my own perspective, this is one of the most iconic symbols of Loki. And now, as you can see, this pair of daggers are of marvelously stunning details. You could even feel its sharpness and solemnity, so do be careful and don't hurt yourself. So after you put them on the hands of Loki, he will show a great threatening posture with his blade pointing out, and we've seen him done this from movie to movie, and in this personal episode, he will look fabulous with some appropriate lighting. And the last pair of hands are both built for special purpose, and this one you could either use it to be a shush posture or you could use it to point someone else. So when it's used as a shush posture, you could really see the cunning and witty in Loki's eyes. So here is the last accessory, the time pad that TVA has been using when hunting down Sylvie. You can see the very end of the secret timeline. And when you open it up, it will show a perfect selfie of Sylvie with nice curved details. And I will have to say that this is probably one of the most delicate accessory I've ever seen from a 6-inch scale figure. And before we put this video to an end, I will have to say that I have been playing with a lot of Not a Toy's body, but this time the articulation really stunned me. So yeah, this Loki could do some serious martial arts. And not just that, the kneeling posture is really natural looking. And this is everything about today's video. If you liked it, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you next time.